Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. This is Lina Inverse Fan, and I wanted to share with you all my upcoming plans for YouTube and other social media platforms. Now, before I get into that, I would like to apologize for having posted nothing on this channel for a few years, and even longer since having one that was anime related. Long story short, I fell in love, became a father, had my heart broken, opened another channel, and am now looking to change certain things in my life. Among them, I am debating on whether or not to make a new YouTube channel, or a podcast, or possibly both. Regardless, the idea is to focus on anime, as well as Japan, otaku culture, etc. My goal is to have things up and running before KomuraCon, my home convention, which will be November 15th through the 17th, though I'm hoping to get things started while we're still in the summer months, but I'm not holding my breath on that. I just got a new computer thanks to a loan program through work, and I'm experimenting with some programs. I want to either make better videos than what I am currently making on my other channel, or to go with the time-saving route of a podcast, or, once again, going with both. Oh, I also have one of those Yeti microphones, and it's nice. I'm sure you can hear the quality of it. It's pretty astounding. As for the sort of content I'm planning on having, this will depend partially on what route I take. Now, the first 3 of my 4 ideas, it really won't matter so much, but the 4th will be impossible if I strictly go with the podcast plan. Now, the first category will be general discussions on numerous topics that relate to the anime fandom as a whole, or at least I hope so. I currently have a list of over 80 talking points, such as the subs versus dubs debate, my fantasy trip to Japan, con etiquette, things like that. If I go with the YouTube option, I also have plans to do an anime spin on the classic game show Hollywood Squares. As for the other things, the idea will be to open up fun conversations and possible debates in the hopes that people won't be spazzing out over someone else's opinion. The second category will simply be my personal opinions on whom the most attractive female characters in a particular anime are. Let's face it, sex appeal is part of why many of us watch anime, or at least certain titles. So why not discuss what we like and don't like on this topic? And just to be clear, I haven't decided on whether or not to do the same thing with male characters, but if I do, it won't be a frequent thing. After all, I'm a straight dude, so the lists may not be of the greatest contents for those who actually are into guys. The third category will be somewhat comparable to some of the content provided on my other channel, which is responses to online articles and videos. While I suppose this one could be seen as being part of the first category, I see this as being its own separate thing, because category 3 will be based on things that others have said first, whereas the first one will be primarily based off of things that I've come up with. For example, if this channel were up and running now, I'd possibly cover an article or 2 regarding the VIX situation that's going on right now, or possibly responding to another YouTuber's critiquing of the Alita Battle Angel DVD situation. The fourth category, the one that is a big maybe, depending on whether or not I do YouTube at all or not, is to do my own abridged series. About 4 years ago, I got into a Bleach abridged group where I voiced for Ichigo and Kon, but we haven't recorded anything beyond episode 8, and that was well over 2 years ago. To top it off, episode 5 was the last one to actually come out. Or was it 6? Whatever. Point being, I am entertaining the idea of doing my own work for shows that I like, and I already have some friends who've agreed to provide voices should this take off. And yes, as my current name might suggest, Slayers is one anime that I am considering. And let's be real, I don't see this thing working out if I just go with the podcast. Along with YouTube, I'm also considering creating accounts on other platforms. Aside from simply getting my name out there more, it's also because of the censorship nonsense that this site has been doing lately. Just to be clear, I don't plan on bringing politics into this channel, but that doesn't mean someone won't be bothered, or pretend to be bothered, and flag my channel into extinction because of something I may say. There are some smaller sites that still value free speech, so having some fallback may be a good thing to do. This is also one of the primary reasons why I'm considering doing a podcast instead. I'm also thinking about creating a website of my own, so that my videos and or podcasts will always have their own place to call home. I'll have to look into how I want to do this once the time gets closer. Some of the hosting options that I've been considering include Wix, Fast Comment, and HostGator. I've had some experience with WordPress and I'm not really digging them too much, though to be fair, I've only toiled with the free layouts, and there may be a good option that would require paying for. Since I'd most likely be paying for this site anyways, perhaps WordPress could still be doable. But hey, if you guys have ideas, please feel free to let me know. As for this channel, I do plan on posting at least one more video, a farewell / the new channel is open sort of thing. Now, I may post one or two more videos before then, and possibly some stuff afterwards, but only time will tell. Oh, and before I forget, I don't know what to call my future channel. Currently, I'm thinking about a bottle of sake or a bottle of ramen, doing it as a way to parallel my other channel, which is a shot of whiskey. Side note, I'm also thinking about doing a sports-themed channel called A Pitcher of Beer. However, since my idea will be intended for anime fans of most ages, maybe the alcohol-themed name isn't the way to go, so maybe the ramen one, but that's a specific brand, so I may want to go another route altogether. I'm still kicking around a few other name ideas, such as an average anime fan, but, once I pick something that will be included in the Open for Business video, and heck, I may even compile my ideas and put them into a video beforehand so that way I can get some feedback. Well, I think that's everything, for now at least. Thank you all for your subscriptions and for sticking around with me during this time. I would also appreciate any suggestions from y'all, such as different types of software, possible talking points, whether or not I should do a podcast, questions on what I've brought up thus far, stuff like that. There may be something important that I've forgotten to share or something I hadn't thought of. I truly appreciate it, and hopefully this new channel I'm working on will be worth the wait.